up there as a priority.
She's the most far-out chick in my class. You wouldn't believe how much I dig her.
You'd say something really crude. I won't say it right now.
Thank you.
Brady, share everything.
What can I remember recently? That there was some kind of sexual deal going on with them two. That's all I know.
The blue polyester number, my least favorite outfit of the film.
Hey, Marcia. What's up?
Oh, hi, John. Marcia's a lot about legs, in the series and in the movie.
Here's a story of a lovely lady, which I guess would be me, since I'm playing what some call the quintessential mom, Carol Brady. So please join us as E features the Brady Bunch.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls.
To some extent, the Bradys, even in the 70s, were a fantasy of, you know, children thinking, gosh, I'd love to be part of that family. I've heard that.
I just think there was such hope in it, even though, you know, sometimes the Bradys, let's face it, were in pretty heavy denial about everything going on around them, as you may have noticed.
Oh, Alice, what would we do without you?
Probably eat out.
It's kind of a fun target because it's such a time that it's distinctive, but a very brief period of time, the early 70s, that were, you know, as we look back on the fashion, you know, fashion was not kind, but it certainly was specific.
Definitely in the cast, we were the biggest fans. So anytime anybody needed any sort of Brady answers or Brady trivia answer, they would come to us.
Even like moving a stuffed animal in the bedroom. Marcia! I ended up getting kind of headaches because it's the curlers and also the pulling back right here.
Well, we can each get jobs and earn extra money.
Hey, no idea.
I thought, God, this is a great opportunity. This could be so great and so big. So then I just did everything I could to get the job.
Yeah.
See, Jan, I told you they were mine. Now put them back, and don't forget to close the drawer when you're done. An exclamation point.
Yes.
Done with the hair.
Hair was very important. They spoke with their hair. But it was pretty funny doing the walk, because I think someone must have told them to keep their hands down to their sides throughout all of the episodes, because they all did. They seemed to not quite know what to do with their hands.
Swing.
And it was like this. And that felt a little bit strange.
Yeah.
But fun, really fun.
Do we always have to walk so close?
Oh, yeah.
We got into the moving as a group, you know, how all the kids would stay very close together. And they have their own thing, which some people find goofy and other people just find endearing.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. I hear you now.
It was probably the funnest scene for me because, you know, we were just, I mean, we had about 4 or 5 days of choreography, you know, just, you know, trying to get the steps down.
I gotta get out, give me some of those rays.
And we'd be in these jumpsuits
With
and
makeup.
Yeah, and makeup and, you know,
I don't imagine
hair
what they
and-
thought.
Pretty scary, but
I think the obscenities they were screaming at us were
I think that
mostly we just sort of brushed off.
yeah, you know, smile and wave, you know.
Hey, dance boy!
Hi.
Oh, my God.
Flex Factory pulled out of the project this morning. I'm not going with my design.
What do you think Mike Brady would be doing in the 90s?
He'd be the guy he is. I mean, he'd certainly be an architect, and, you know, he'd be, you know, designing everything under the sun that looked like this house, you know. He couldn't get away from it because he wants it to be homey.
Lunch looks pretty rank.
What'd you bring?
Pork chops and applesauce. I think Peter would be jumped quite a bit.
No, do you mean that, like, jumped as in
Beat up.
assaulted or jumped as in female? Oh, okay, all right.
No, I think Peter would be, I don't really think that he would be accepted socially. I mean, he was just the type of guy who was always so sweet, and he would always go out of his way to do stuff. And not really a lot of people are like that these days.
Who are you calling Shrimpo?
Hey, Mom always said, don't play ball in the house.
I'm playing ball.
Hey, he was kidding.
You guys, stop fighting. If we're going to save this house for Mom and Dad, we've each got to make as much as we can.
Yeah.
Greg would probably not be very popular in the 90s, as we saw. He doesn't know about being politically correct and all that stuff. Groovy. You don't go up to a girl now and say, "Oh, hey there, groovy chick."
Oh, here comes Doug. Go away. Sure. No, stay. Okay. The advice Marcia would give to any girl in the 90s about getting guys is it's all about confidence, and it's all about posing.
No, leave. It's fine. No, stay and pretend I just said something really funny.
I know firsthand, when I was growing up in high school, that every girl goes through total insecurity. And Marcia did too, and she covered it with complete confidence, and that's how she got all the guys. Not to mention the really short skirts. I think that's a big key.
Am I invisible? Do I not have a voice? I had that idea 2 days ago.
Stop being so selfish, Jan.
Come on, Jan.
I think what Jan would say to middle sisters is, she totally relates. It's, it's a bad scene. If you can, kill them both.
How do I think that Alice would fare working in Beverly Hills in the 90s? She might say dump the uniform, The uniform gets... But Alice without the uniform wouldn't be Alice, so I'm hoping maybe she could switch colors once in a while or something. And maybe the hair, maybe she could just do softer bun or something,
Okay, troop, time for school.
And now for you Brady buffs, here's a question for you to ponder.
If you want to find out Marcia's true secret about how to get guys, stay tuned as E-Features the Brady Bunch continues.
I kind of like Marcia the most. I don't know, she always seemed to have it together. But more than Jan, anyways.
We have a new member of our team. What is the new member's name? Aldo's been here like Aldo? Aldo's been here. He was Oh, yeah? But those are the days when nobody let me get within 10 feet of the camera.
I chose to go to a voice coach, and I thought, well, somebody's got to know more about this than I do. And it was a wonderful learning experience, but it did take a lot of listening to the tapes and a lot of repeating back in order to find a new placement for my voice, to take it out of my chest and move it up a little bit more into my head and out, strangely enough.
Unless a miracle happens by 2 o'clock tomorrow, the county is going to auction our house.
Oh, my, how?
She would stand and go, "Oh, Mike, oh, Mike, oh, Mike," and get that voice. She would do it a couple times until she used that phrase, since that was the classic phrase that Florence used.
She had a distinct way of speaking, and I just watched tape after tape after tape.
Hi, everybody. The new Jan Brady.
It was a really, whispery kind of, Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. And she had a kind of a distinct sing-song way of speaking, too, that I had to pick up. That was the hardest.
Cinderella, dressed in yellow, went to the box to kiss the...
Hey, Heidi, go yodel in your own yard, huh?
Okay, Mr. Dittmeyer. I can't tell them about Jan because nobody likes to snitch. But I don't want to be a bad teacher either. So you just have to put your THs where your S's are. And like I said before, I really watched the episodes that featured her and her lisp, and I just tried to, mock her as much as I could with the lisp and everything.
Don't let anybody touch this wire. Can you do that?
Of course.
You just want me to give you 2 on each stick over there? It was just repetition of watching, several, episodes and rewatching them, and running it back and just always watching him. And as long as we keep on smiling and keep on looking ahead and keep on being ourselves, we'll always end up on top. When he starts to spout philosophy, that's when it really kicks in. And the writers of this script kind of helped me along with that, and they've created some of those moments where, he begins to spout wisdoms that quickly turn meaningless.
if we don't raise $20,000 in 1 week, we'll have to move.
For me, luckily, it came by kind of easy because, you know, I can do, like, different types of voices. So I can pretty much do it, you know, like, on command. I guess you could...
Do it now, now!
Okay.
I look awful. Just awful. I can never show my face in school again. I'm ruined. I wish that it was more difficult. It was really sort of easy for me to just sort of pop into character.
I can't go out with two boys at once. I like Charlie, but Doug is so cute.
Christine would have said, poor old Charlie, nice as can be all alone on a Saturday night. Marcia would have said, poor old Charlie, nice as can be all alone on a Saturday night.
You know, she was always with the head and the eyebrows, you know, and she mugged a lot. Oh, my goodness, what happened to your... And then I started noticing how she really had a positive attitude about everything and how much she loved those kids. And those kids could always come to Alice about anything. And, you know, so I just started really working on those aspects. And then falling in love with Sam, of course, was a big part of it. I went to the butcher shop every day. And I'm dating my butcher now, so... I've been digging Sam so long, by the time he proposes, I'll be 6 feet under. When I was in high school, I had a crush on the butcher in my hometown in Vermont, but nothing ever really came of it, but he used to give me dog bones for free.
We'd, like, look at each other and just be like, nice outfit.
What was it? I came out and I saw Gary in his outfit. I went, whoa, Gary, that's so funny. He went, hey there, pal, look in the mirror. You know?
The first time I saw myself was fairly frightening, but I was scheduled to work, so I had to go in the building. No, it's odd. I mean, it's because we're going even further than they did, and you know, we had the intention to do so, but it was fun in the sense that if you really look back and look at what was going on, we're not that far off.
It's like when I had the whole outfit on, the braids and everything, I looked in the mirror, and I was like, wow, I really look like her, you know, because I really don't. But then, you know, when you have the thing, you know, the hair and the outfit and everything, it was really actually kind of thrilling.
Polyester does not breathe. So steam comes out of your collar and your cuffs, and the rest of it sort of feels, the heat is trapped right there with your body. And I felt trapped. And I thought, well, you know, we actors, we say, work with it. Okay, in this moment, Carol feels trapped. She's got a problem. She's going to lose her house. Okay, I'll work with that.
And now, another Brady Bunch trivia challenge.
How would Mike deal with Marcia getting a nose ring or Greg playing in a punk band? The 70s meet the 90s when E features the Brady Bunch returns.
Yeah, I probably like Jan the most because she always went through all these trials and tribulations all the time. You know, when she tried to get rid of her freckles and was squeezing lemon juice, and she didn't like her hair, so she bought a wig. I probably liked hers a lot.
Mom, can I borrow your car today? I want to ask Donna Leonard to go out for a soda after school.
I think that's a big old affirmative on that one.
Yeah,
I think that was a secret designer there.
Yeah. She's the most far-out chick in my class. You wouldn't believe how much I dig her.
Well, Brady's would never fight over a woman, don't you think?
Well, for Lori Partridge.
No, but
well, no,
we would have been Brady's.
Yeah, we were Brady's. We were good guys. We would
I
never
could say
fight
something
over a
really
girl.
crude. I won't say it right now.
Thank you.
Brady, share everything.
Marcia probably did want to get together with Keith Partridge, but I think she was very into her own family and probably was a little bit jealous of the fact that they were really taking off in their singing careers, and we sort of were more wannabes.
Gonna keep on, keep on, keep on doing it right.
You mean you don't think that Jan would get together with Keith Partridge? I mean, I think she would get Keith Partridge. You know, Marcia's not the only one.
Marcia did it again. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
If Jan came home pregnant, Mike would say, Carol, can you handle this?
I can imagine Mike philosophizing, well, of course, you're giving a message to the world, you know, that marriage doesn't mean much to you and sex really does. I mean, I can just hear him going on and on. But the bottom line would be they would be supportive of her.
Didn't anybody hear me? I heard you. Me too.
I think it would be hard because she does have these mood swings, and then with, you know, the whole postpartum and the whole... I think she might
be a little bit scared.
It might be a little traumatic.
If Jan came home pregnant, definitely Alice would be the one Jan would go to. If Marcia came home pregnant, it might be another story. Marcia would never come home pregnant. That's the key there, because she's perfect.
Well, there must be some way out of this mess. Everybody think.
Would Greg have a tattoo in the 90s? No. No way. He would have a removable tattoo. You know, a girl's name that he could put, you know, somewhere to show her on his arm.
Mike, again, might go into one of his things about, well, you know, Greg, tattoos are really identified with military personnel, and you're giving the world a message that you are, and of course there's nothing wrong with that. Those men defend, and women defend our country. You know, I can just hear him going on and on.
Jan, did you move my trophies?
Yes. I couldn't look in the mirror without seeing the awards of the great Marcia Brady.
I believe these are my white knee socks.
How would Mike respond to Marcia wanting a nose ring? His first, well, he would just ask the question and probably say, what is that? The problem is that he is, if the Bradys are oblivious to the rest of the world, Mike is also oblivious to the rest of the world, but he's also oblivious to the rest of the Bradys. So however oblivious they are, he is double that and more.
No. I think Marcia, believe it or not, in the 90s would be almost to a T exactly the same. I think so, definitely.
It's a story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own.
I think they'd be very accepting of one of their sons being gay. I mean, you know, I'm sure there'd be that whole ruckus about being freaked out and, you know, did I fail as a father and that whole thing.
They were 4 men living all together, yet they were all alone.
And, you know, when it comes down to it, I guess, they would be Brady's. And it'd be do-do-do-do, you know, Greg. Some men are just different in this world. We love you no matter what because we're Brady's. I mean, you know, I'm sure there'd be one of those speeches.
If Peter came back with an African-American boyfriend or girlfriend, either one, oh, well, he'd probably take a nap immediately, standing up.
All right, this is a car, Jack. Of course this is a car. But my name's not Jack. It's Greg.
How would Alice react to a carjacking? I think she'd talk them out of it, you know, or she'd smile at them and, you know, make a face, and she'd weaken them by her mere existence.
And now, another Brady Bunch trivia challenge.
Stay tuned for more E features, The Brady Bunch.
Do you have a favorite Brady Bunch episode?
The one where the dog was going around stealing everybody's toys and all that, and everybody was getting blamed because they thought was it Bobby or Cindy was like trying to take it. I think that was my favorite one.
Dun, dun, dun. Here's the story of a lovely lady
Who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
Something, and Alice was their housekeeper.
All of them had hair of gold, like their mother.
the youngest one in curls.
I'm not singing anything because I don't remember the words. There's a story
of a man named Brady
who was busy with 3 boys of his own.
Oh, wait. Men living all together, yet they were all alone.
I remember the beat, but I don't remember the words. It was a long time ago. Da-da-da-da-da, and there's a cat and a dog, and Alice cooked them dinner, and no.
So the one day, the lady met this fellow, and they knew there was much more than a bunch or something.
And they knew there was much more than a hunch. That this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. Dun, dun, dun.
That's the way we became the Brady Bunch. Created by Sherwin Schwartz.
I've heard quite enough, thank you.
Well, we hope we've reminded you that please don't throw footballs at your sister's nose. And it's really not nice to tattle. And these are gems to live by, aren't they? So enjoy the movie.
What stands out? You think about the Brady Bunch, what comes to mind?
That there was no sexual tension in the family. That there should have been sexual tension because there were all these, you know, young pretty girls and teenage boys, and they should have been excited.
I would have to say my favorite one was the Halloween one with the ghost coming down the stairs. That was pretty hilarious. It was a big crack up.
My favorite episode was when they needed money to earn because they had broke the parents' lock.
And those virtual